Today's tutorial is about Diigo, which is my favourite bookmarking system. You can go to diigo.com and you will find this big blue button here, Get Diigo Now for free. I've already done that. You can see I've signed in and there's my login up there. So I will proceed to tell you how it works. Once you've signed up for Diigo, you will get what they call a Diigo bookmarklet. Now I'm going to show you this on another page. So I use Chrome as a browser, and there's a little D there which is in blue. And once you've downloaded Diigo, you will be given the option of sliding that into your toolbar on your browser. If you use Internet Explorer or something else like that, you will get another sort of row to your toolbar which gives you all the same functionality of Diigo. I prefer to use Chrome, and this little D is very handy. So you can see the little D has got no marks on it at all at the moment. I've got this page open about Moodle tutorials, which I'm interested in having a look at now and later. So I want to bookmark it. Now, in the old sort of system, I could bookmark this page using this little star here and say, yes, this is one of my favorites, I want to look at it later, which is fine, but Diigo actually gives you a lot more functionality than that, and I want to show you what. So if I press D, you'll see I get this little box come up that says Save, which I do want to do, and also some other things which say Annotate, Read Later, Take a screenshot of it, or Share this page. I'll go through those bits later on. The important thing down here is your library, where all of your saved bookmarks are going to go. So I'm going to start off by just pressing the Save, and you'll see what comes up. So first of all, you can see the title of the bookmark that you're saving. You might like to change that, and you can. So I might just remove all of that and just say YouTube, and I'll know what it means by that. I can make it private just to me, which I don't really care that it's private because it's a very public place. I can also bookmark it to read later or cache it. I can add a little description. This is about good tutorials on Moodle. And now I need to select my tags. Now your tags are important because that's how you're going to do your searching. So I'm going to add in Moodle and tutorial and videos and YouTube. I think they're all important. They're recommended for me. If I decide I want to add more, there are a whole series of other bookmarks that I've used before. Of tags that I've used before, and they're all there, so I could pick out of one of those as well. Oops, it disappeared on me. Go back and say save, and it's gone back to the original, but I won't go through all that again. So my tags are Moodle, tutorial, videos, and YouTube. Now the nice thing is you can share it with a group, or you can add to your own list. If we have a look at my lists, I've got all sorts of different things and I can create a new list, or I can add it to a list that I have. So this Moodle stuff is probably about blended learning. I'm going to put it into that list. And share to a group. So you can create as many groups as you like here. So I have a group that I call Lee's Blended Learning, and I'm going to add it in there. And I share that group with other people who are interested in blended learning. And I'm going to press save. Now immediately you can see that the little D has now got a red tag on it. As well as that, we've got a highlighting pen. So I could go along, click on that, and actually highlight. Well, I actually like what it says there, and I actually like what it says there. So I want to remember those things. And then click it to go off it. I can add a sticky note. If I'm sharing it with someone else, I could write, these resources look good to me. What do you think? And I could, instead of making it private, I could share it to my blended learning group and post. So that is the sticky note function there, and it is saved, and so I can click that to reorganize. So if I decide later I need to add some more tabs or whatever, then I can go back in and do it. So I just save. So if I go away from that site now and just open up a new website, let's just make it the weather. It's pretty interesting. And you can see that it is one of my favourites, but I want to go back in and find, say I wanted to find that particular article that I'd bookmarked today. All I do is click on the Diigo and I get the same box coming up, but this time I go to my library, and in my library it has everything that I've saved, and you can see that I've got, gosh, how many items have I got? I can't see where I've got items. Oh yes, there. 1,150 items saved, and they're all tagged, so I don't have to worry about filing them in a particular place. You can see there's 220 that have got no tags on them at all, but that's alright. I could pop in there a search. Because this one I've just done it, it's at the top, but I can filter, I can collapse those all up, and I can just filter by the date that I updated them. If I, for instance, wanted to talk about Diigo, if I wanted to look for my resources on Diigo, I could just search for Diigo, and I would get 28 items about Diigo that are saved there, and I can check through and see what else. I tend to like a subject called Māori. So if I search for that, I'm interested in Māori achievement, and search, and I get anything with the tag Māori in it. Because this is a meta search, it will search for Māori in any of the parts of the things that I have saved, and I think that you can change that into just a tagged search by clicking that one. So I'm just looking for the tag things, and you'll see that the name Māori is just coming up in the tags now, not in the titles as well. So it's a very handy tool. Now I want to talk about my groups. So I'm going to the groups section, and these are my groups. I have 17, and some of them belong to me, and some of them are ones that I've joined up to. The good thing is you can find the things that interest you, like Diigo and education, and you'll find all sorts of bits and pieces in these groups that are very handy. So you can see that there's 40,000 people in that particular group, so there's going to be a lot of resources being added in there about Diigo and education. So that gives you a bit of an overview of Diigo. So I want to go back and have a look at this function of groups. As I said, when you press on D and you go to your library, then you will get this page here, and you will get the opportunity to have a look at your groups. Now you can make a group. Say for instance I had a Year 9 class and we were doing a study on the elements in the periodic table. I could collect together a whole lot of websites that I really liked and make a group called Year 9 Science Periodic Table, whatever you wanted to, and share it with your students. Now you also have the functionality to join Diigo as a teacher. Once you've done this, you can actually set up your class and share bookmarks with your class in a group without them even having an email. So that's an extra added advantage. So if you make a group, and then every time you add a resource or whatever, they get notified, or you can just add a whole lot of resources and use that for your research or whatever you're going to be doing with the students. So you can see with my groups, I've got 17 different groups. Some of them I just have joined in with others, and other ones that I've created myself. If you click on the link that's called Community, that is another really cool thing, because you will get the hot bookmarks from the Diigo community. And so if you scroll down there, you can see what people in the Diigo communities have actually been saving. So for instance, 133 people have bookmarked this one, 9 word cloud generators that aren't Wordle. And that's on an edudemic site. So it's good to see those hot bookmarks, things that could be useful for teachers. And that probably just about concludes what I need to say. I'll just click on my bookmark and my network there. You can see that I follow people, so you can search for and find people that might have interests in common with you. You can have a look over there, search Diigo users of interest, and you can actually see if your friends are on Diigo as well. I have 7 followings. In other words, I follow 7 different people, and I have 8 people following me. That's probably not a lot, because I don't use that side of it very well, but you might find that it's a great way to gather together resources that are of common interest for you. So that's it, Diigo. Let's just push on this one. So with Diigo, you have the added option of being able to take a screenshot. Now before I do that, I'm going to click over to this page and just have a look at that screenshot functionality again. As you can see, you get a little crossbar and you can click and drag to select. This is a really good YouTube on Diigo, and I'd like to share it with you. So I'm just putting a photograph of it there, and I can add in an arrow, for example a red one, and just send it. This is a tutorial, there's the title of it, and I could put a circle around anything that I wanted to highlight on that particular page, like that. I could also add text in. I can make it quite big. I could make it a different colour and just add in the text that says here it is, and so on. And then when I'm ready, just save it. Now I can attach it to the page URL that I've got, or put it in as a standalone item. I'm going to attach it to that particular page, and you can see it's uploading that picture. That's a handy little function as well. So that's about it with Diigo, my favourite bookmarking tool. I think everyone should use it. There's a lot more functionality, but if you want to know more, you can research into it. And this is just a start up for you. Good luck with using it.